Math 170. This is our ASU online pre-calculus course, which is a combination of algebra and trigonometry. It will prepare you for calculus courses as you go forward, and I want to give you a quick start guide to how to get learning on this. So one of the first things, you probably clicked on the welcome to Math 170 because that's where this video is stored. Uh, And while you're watching this, I might ask that if you see what I do next, maybe take a break and do that first. The first thing we get you into the course is you'll click on this link over here that says ALEKS. That is our online homework system. It also contains the exams and the review for the exams. So if you'll click on it, then you'll be transferred over to ALEKS and be asked to pair your course, your ALEKS course, with this Canvas course. And what that is doing is it's transferring your information from Canvas into ALEKS to put you into the gradebook and to allow you to start working in ALEKS. This course I'm using is just a shell, so it doesn't have that interactivity, but that would be the first thing to do. It doesn't take but a few minutes once you do it. You may get asked if you've used ALEKS before. If you are, just say no and just pair this particular course. If you have more than one ALEKS course that you've taken before, say college algebra, then it'll be okay. Just make sure you're working in your Math 170 pre-calculus course. There is a syllabus for the for our course, so that's the next link. Once you've connected your ALEKS and Canvas courses, it'd be a good idea to review over. Now, this is a generic syllabus. You will see your instructor's name, contact information, office hours. That information should also be inside the Canvas shell here on this module, instructor contact and office hours. There's some reading to do, go over. We are a gold designated course for general studies. There is this instructor initiated drop if you don't pair your course, your Canvas course, with ALEKS within the first week. We hope you do it even before the course starts. We make these, the Canvas becomes available 3 days before the official start of the course. So you can actually, I've had many students get actually the first whole week worth of work done even before the class starts. And that's really, I want to encourage you to work ahead a little bit at least, or more if you can. You can always work ahead, but we'll talk about due dates and such. You can get behind as well, but then that's always harder. You've got to get caught up. Uh, so, but for this particular course we're doing, this is Spring 25 session A, um, and we reuse these videos and such, so it in the future this will be different, but this is where you find your information. Okay, so if you click on this right away and get in there, you won't even have to worry about this instructor initiated drop. There's computer requirements, technical support, how to get help, things to do for success, again, how to get help uh, through the ASU technical services, and what we're hoping you will learn. There is a textbook. It's an online ebook that is included with your purchase of ALEKS. The way we're currently running it, you are billed through your student account, and so you'll never have to see anything, and you get first day access to all the system without having to buy anything in advance. We use a Desmos calculator for our online graphing calculator. During the exams, handheld calculators are not allowed, so we strongly encourage you to go ahead and start learning Desmos. It has some great features, and you'll see in the videos, the lecture videos and solution videos, we do use the Desmos calculator quite a bit. We're still trying to update after, so you might see a few of the older videos possibly using a handheld calculator, but Desmos is the preferred one for this course, and because it's the only one allowed during the exams. You need a computer with webcam that can record audio and video. It's a requirement. Um, let's see. A big thing about the time commitment. You'll need to plan out 18 to 22 hours per week to study and complete assignments. Uh, you might be able to get by with slightly less. It's not that this is a graded thing, but if you're not putting in that amount and you're not finding success, I would say sometimes people try to get by with just 10 hours, but you might need more than that to really understand the content. And that's how it's designed. This is a 7.5 week course that teaches the full content of a standard 16-week course. So you've got to take that into consideration. This is an accelerated course. Uh, to help you manage, again, you can read all these things. There are really two what we call hard due dates. These are when the contents work. I'm going to show you the calendar in just a moment. But two hard due dates, one for the algebra section, the other for the trigonometry section. Pretty much, ALEKS, as you work through it, it submits things as you go. There are two assignments that are not in ALEKS that are in Canvas, but I'm going to show you how, if you follow along with the modules in Canvas, you'll be right on track. Again, you can read most of this. There is a calendar in the syllabus itself. Again, it gives you a flow of, again, it's called a suggested pacing calendar. So if you keep up with this or slightly ahead of it, that would be the best option. But each week has generally a full 5 weeks of modules. Each module has about 4 hours worth of activities in it. Could be 5. Again, it all depends on your pace of learning. It could be shorter. You might run into something that you remember well or seen before, and it might not take you as much time. But make that plan that it could very well be 4 to 5 hours for each of these modules. And then at the end of the week, we have a review module that goes over topics that may be on the exam. And we don't know which ones. We do some randomness in assigning the exams from these questions. Uh, but if you work all the reviews, you will have worked all the potential questions that are on the exam. And these are less than all the it's not all the modules, not all the topics that are in the modules. Okay. So we'll show you how you kind of go over it, and notice there is the hard due date marked here, which is February 9th. It doesn't mean to try to wait till the day before to try to do the whole work. Again, each one of these modules contains 4 to 5 hours worth of work. Maybe you're, if you've done it, maybe you can get by in 1 or 2 hours. But if you're watching the videos to learn, going through the notes, you're spending probably about an hour with that learning portion, and then 2 to 3 more hours working through the problems to understand it at a activity level. Okay. First is the algebra exam. So we focus on algebra at the beginning, and then we switch gears and we get into the trigonometry portion of the course. So the second half is all trigonometry. The final exam is just a trigonometry exam. So you will be tested on algebra and then trigonometry separately, not a comprehensive exam of the whole thing. We move pretty quick, so that's the way we do it. There's also a practice test embedded in ALEKS. The practice test is the same length as the exam itself. It's 20 questions, and it randomly chooses them from the various reviews. It is not worth any graded points on its own, so don't do it because you want to make points, but do it so you want to get prepared for the exam. So what it is we want you to work through the reviews that will get you through all the types that are on there. I think there's close to 50 questions that are contained within the reviews. And then the practice test has 20 of them. So what that does is it helps you prepare for the length of the exam. How long is it going to take you? And we highly encourage you to take that practice test as if it were the actual exam. It'll help you prepare. Don't use your notes because you can't use notes on the exam. Use the Desmos calculator because that's the only calculator you can use on the exam. Take it and then see how you do. And you can take it multiple times. Uh, and once you start doing well on it, you'll know you're ready for the algebra exam, or secondly, the trig exam. Okay, so and as you have questions, we'll be happy to work with you. Contact your instructor. They can give you more details on everything. Um, and then here's our syllabus has the grading and how the points are distributed. The exams are the two exams, 65% of the course grade. Um, and you can see the other things that are there. We do have an honor lock system check. And what that is it's like you used to call it a practice test, but it's to make sure that the honor lock system is working on your system, because that's how we proctor the exam, and that you are set up properly, that you got your webcam viewing your work area, your hands, your face, everything. So that it's not a lot of points, but we need you to do that before the exams. Okay, so then this is just the last little bit of what's the best practice for going through this course, how we've designed it. You start off in Canvas. That's the best thing. That's the best way to get into ALEKS. Again, you can keep using this one. But what we have for each of these modules, like Module A, that's the first one, it's mostly review. It's stuff that won't be on the test, but it's stuff that is deemed to be necessary, maybe like intermediate algebra, something before college algebra. Uh, and so if you've got that a good stand on it, you might be able to get through it pretty quickly. Uh, but if you find you also might need this review. Each module starts off with a lecture, a recorded lecture. This one, I'm going to click on it just to show us. It is 33 minutes long. Okay, so um, and that's about average, 33, 45 minutes. Some of them are shorter. There are slides that I use in the lectures. You can access them, but they're primarily blank. There are notes. These are printable, printer-friendly notes. You can download them if you like, save them to your device. Uh, I'll just click on it quickly. You you could, if you wanted to, take a look at these while you're in the lecture. I use some of the problems in here in the lecture, but I can't guarantee that I use all of them. And there may be some in here that are not in the lecture, and some of the lecture that are not in here. But the goal is that you get sort of two types of things. You get an auditory lecture that you can listen to and see, and then you get some notes that you can read over and see. So multiple ways of learning. Okay, so, and again, each module has these. And then once you're ready, you've watched the video, you've reviewed the notes, you click on this, and this link will take you directly into ALEKS. But more than that, it'll take you into Module A of ALEKS. So it's a newer setup that we didn't have before, but we've had it for the last year. So that's how it works. And then if you just click on next, you'll see once you, of course, you go to ALEKS, you'll be out of the Canvas system. It opens up in a new window. But Module B is the same thing. Video, lecture, let's see. Yeah, about 23 minutes. So it's a little bit shorter. Uh, Slides, notes, and then a link to get directly into ALEKS and keep working on it. Go back here. Uh, so you could see from here, you've actually got the calendar built into Canvas. It tells us between January 13th and the 19th, these are the items you should be working on. You should complete this during that week. Now, they won't cut off on you if you don't, but what's going to happen is now you're pushing things into the next week. So these things that didn't get done have to get done here, and these have to be done. But again, we want to work with you. We know you've got other things going in your life, work, other classes. Uh, so we want you to learn the time management skills of fitting things in when it works with your schedule. And when things come up, family matters or something that require your time away, you'll still be able to keep working on these. Remember, the due date doesn't come until until the exam. So there's two parts of it. There's the algebra one, and there is the trigonometry portion. You work through each of these. What I want to highlight is when you get to the reviews. So in the week one review, some of these just say review, modules 4 to 7. This is modules 1 to 3. What is in here is a description. There's a link to get directly to that review as well. and a little bit why it's important. And again, these have a first due date. They have two due dates. A first due date based on the calendar, and it won't cut off on that date, but it's just kind of a reminder. We set it with that, so it says, hey, you should be doing these by now. If not, you're not quite ready for it, you can put it off, no problem. The second due date is that hard due date at the end of the exam period. And you can continue to work on these um, as you go. What you'll see is you'll get in and there'll be questions. And we also have solution videos for each of the question types. Now, you're going to get slightly different ones, right? Because these are based on the topic. The questions will be a little different. So these are not solutions to the question you got, but solutions to a very similar one. So you're welcome to take a look at these videos. These are the topic names. So another way is you can copy these and go into ALEKS and search on that topic if you want to just practice that topic separately. Or another thing that's a good idea is as you're working through the modules, if you get stuck on a topic, look at the topic name. It'll be at the top of what you're working on. If that topic is going to be on the exam, it will be in one of these reviews. You'll be able to find it here, and there's a specific, these are just solutions. I pull up the question, work through it, and give you some ideas of how to use the graphing calculator. Many of them I work in multiple ways, so you can see 2 or 3 different ways of working through a problem. Um, and so that's what's there. So this is just for modules 1 through 3, 15 questions. Um, and again, you may see these topics. If you get stuck, come here. And then you've got something you can work on. Okay. The main thing I want to do is not get too deep into the grass or whatever. I want you to get started on working. And so hopefully, again, if you're starting during our what we call our Smart Start 3 days before the course, you gain access to this, um, and you're able to start kind of working and be slightly ahead or more than a week or two ahead. That's great, um, because then when you hit something that's challenging, you've got more time to work on it. Um, Modules, learning, and then review. And you'll see it kind of goes each week, 4 or 5 modules, learn them, and then a review over those modules. Just keep making that progress. The guided instruction, there's 2 of them. This is the first one here. Again, you'll click on that, and that's an activity that's wholly inside of um, Canvas, and it's designed to kind of bridge between 2 topics or something. This one was designed to go between 9 to 10 and so that's the timing when you use this is important. There's a PDF version of the worksheet. There's a Word version of the worksheet. You can print it out and do it by hand. That was sort of my design of it. But the Word version also allows you to type in if you don't have a printer. Maybe you want to download to your computer and work through it that way. That is perfectly fine. Um, the goal of these is, as it states, a guided instruction. So there is a video that will walk you through the majority of the worksheet. And so you can just follow along. Uh, this one, I believe, has some formulas. We worked together to get those formulas, but you'll find them in here. Um, and so if you watch the video, again, you will complete a lot of the activity. The idea is by doing that, um, you're engaging with the activity, and that's the basis for the learning. And then you keep moving forward. And again, once you're done with this, you're ready for Module 10 now. That's the best place to work it. And you just keep going. Again, video, lecture, notes, and then into ALEKS to work through similar type problems. So I'm excited to have you with us. I wish you the best of success. Please do stay in touch with your professor, and we're here to help you. We're here to work with you. We're not successful unless you're successful. So that's what we're always working for. Uh, Personally, I, I can't tell you about everyone, but I'm looking for the day of 100% success, where every single student that enters the class is able to finish successfully. I haven't, in 26 years, I haven't quite got there, but I'm getting closer each time. So please contact us, stay in touch. Uh, We want you to be successful through this. Thank you.